convert anything into it. But there we go. JDM had some moments of a few frags there, but ultimately was pretty useless as well. I can't really think of any moments where it looked like CLG could get back into that game.
Yeah, not really. I mean, Fugly was always flanking them there. It was pretty rough.
That was so key, right? So as soon as they were so focused on getting that mid control, which they did well, they've completely left B apartments open. That's not really how you play Mirage. You need to have one person at least on the stairs towards underpass and holding B apartments. You let 3 players hold the mid area. They work the control with the smokes, and then you have one towards either Palace or lower ramp on A, deciding on how you want to do it. Just holding for these pushes. These flanks are so important. If you allow CTs to push in and work out, you've got no one there. They push into T spawn one way or another. They come from B, they come from A. They can predict pretty much where you're going at that point. Fugly did that so many times and locked them down.
And we saw the same thing in reverse. Like, they'd always have like everyone focused on A with no one watching the flank, and then a couple times they went B, they had everyone focused on B and no one watching A. So they were always leaving their back exposed, and that's like not a great way to play on your default T side.
We know they've only had 2 days practice with this lineup. Like, obviously there will be some sort of foundations for the team. Like, they have some sort of setups, but in terms of the T stuff, if your caller's not there and the team can only really tell you what they used to do, and it's not going to ever be perfect. It's not going to be a replica of what happened in the past. So I'm not surprised at that result. Mirage is a very tactical and team-based map. You need to be able to trust everyone. Everyone is on the same page, work out what's going on, and that just wasn't there for them. Going into bomb sites with no real clue, they're waiting way too long before they executed. The only rounds they did win was pistol rounds. They won 2 eco rounds, and they had 1 fast A split that worked out for them. So ultimately, for me, that was kind of lucky they got any rounds.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
There we go. What's the third match? Dust 2, right?
We got Dust 2 in the decider here between the NA teams.
That's interesting. At least
it's going to be fun, I think.
Yeah, this is a map where CLG don't have to rely too much on it. Everyone knows how to play Dust 2. I think everyone's been saying this tournament, there's the NA pug map. Everyone plays it a lot. But yeah, well, I think we're going to cut to a quick commercial break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back here with map 3 between Team Liquid and CLG.
Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Bravo stream, where we have gone the full distance in this best of 3 in a very weird fashion, the way we've got here between training and Mirage. Now coming into the NA Proving Grounds, Dust 2 to be the decider.
Yeah, it's been a really strange series. Like, both teams losing their home maps, and in a pretty convincing fashion as well. We had a 16-5 in favor of CLG and D-Train, and we just had a 16-3 in favor of Team Liquid on Mirage. And there were 2 results we really weren't expecting. Like, the fact we went into train, like, saying that, oh, it's going to be really difficult for CLG to even get the tactics together to beat a team like Liquid. We should be very drilled on this map. There's a reason why they picked it. They completely rolled them. There was nothing much really going on. They got 6 rounds in a row as T after winning 10-5 in the first half. Then we go to Mirage, and that was even stranger series of events. We kind of predicted that Liquid were going to get completely rolled in that wing. Every result and every stat we looked at was ending in like 16-1 loss for Liquid. We stored it as like a 2-0 straight away. There was no real chance of them getting back into it. And all of a sudden, there's a 12-3 first half. Okay, there's still a chance for CLG to get back into this. But then they just got completely rolled then, and it was a nice little 16-3 in the end. So, thoughts? What do you think? How do you think Dust 2 is going to go down?
Well, given the data coming into this,
and we know how reliable
and we know how good that is, I would say that CLG is going to win Dust 2. They actually have played it on LAN. They went 1-1 on LANs playing against, I think they had keyed in Cloud9 in those circumstances. Yeah. They're 5-2 in the North American online seasons, whereas Team Liquid, having not played it on, no, they have played it on LAN, but they're 0-5, winning only 25% of their rounds on it. Okay. So you would think it would be CLG, but based on the first 2 maps, I'm not going to make a prediction.
Good idea. Let's just see how this one goes down.
So, into the pistol already. We've got, it looks like very aggressive long control coming out right off the bat. Well, they're controlling it. Not even a fight put up by the CT is the only person holding back. Using that USP like it's an op here on that pistol round. Trying to just stop them with maybe a bullet or 2 to the face. Instead, A has been taken and will be up to that retake right now. Flowsick jumping and very aggressive up on the ledge, passes that Molotov. He's about to push the smoke as well. He comes flying through. And we're really going for the heroics right there. Does get shut down, but still leaves Team Liquid in an all right spot in a 4-on-3 with the bomb having been planted for them. All right, Hayes going to start to make his offensive up. Yeah, he will grab one on the A ramp. 2 people, though, at long. And Fugly still on the catwalk. Coming in, shooting both those guys down in the back. Now it's just Hayes. He's got to make that play to try to move out. But in a 1-on-3, there's no chance.
Really explosive pistol round from Liquid. They got the long control. They worked out where the CTs were. Dropped some really nice smokes onto the short as well. And when they made it the way onto the bomb site, got good entry frags. We saw Flowsick doing that crazy bunny hop move through the smoke as well. Had he got a couple of kills there, could have been even more fun. But it was kind of locked down. But ultimately, very smooth round from Team Liquid. Got the bomb down as well. And you can see they're actually learning a little bit of a lesson, getting 3 rifles, 2 SMGs. The SMGs act as a scout in this sort of situation. They can gather the information as to what the CTs are doing. And it's good to know that CLG actually haven't forced this one. They've gone for a USP buy, but they've stacked long. And this means Liquid will be running straight into the stack. Yeah,
and straight into the stack, it looks like maybe CT is learning their lesson. We've seen so many force buys from CTs and Ts today, and they actually go for a full-on save.
Hold on.
Yeah, Nitro exploding out here. He's got a 4K on the round now.
Crazy.
Looking
that was
like
so good.
Yeah, maybe with the first kill coming in that the stack might have accomplished a bit more, but Nitro says, no, you're not getting anything here. And he might be hungry for the ace.
4 little one-taps as he comes out. It looked like there was some contention there, and there may have been a chance for CLG to actually get some frags, but he just shut them right down. Look at the HP on Liquid as well. There was quite a good chance for them to actually go down, but he stepped up to the plate. 4 kills for Nitro, and Tarek could be the last man. He's going to be in B tunnels here. Not really sure what the plan is. Maybe trying to get 1 exit kill and keep the gun, but ultimately this one is over for him. Now he means business. You know it means, that's like he's taking off his shirt ready for a fight, right? Taking the silencer off. He's ready.
Let's be real. Tarek's pregame is just eating some cereal, and that's all he needs to do. Also, if taking the silencer off the silenced M4 is playing the guitar, you're aware of this? No? Oh, it looks like you're playing a guitar when you start unscrewing the thing. Sure. So taking it off the USB, is it like playing a ukulele or something?
That's good. I haven't ever thought about that before.
All right, so saving again. This time they'll maybe upgrade those pistols, have some flashes, maybe some pop flash aggression here from the CTs. Get a couple more casualties on the board for some rifle rebuys. but playing it safe money-wise.
Very
CLG.
safe. You normally see a lot of teams get scouts at this stage at least, or one scout, just to contend middle and try and get some information, but being very disciplined, taking some flashbangs, some PT50s this time, but ultimately he is a full save.
Molotov coming out.
That's gonna hurt.
Tarek, nah, finally does spread, so he does have to move right into the open. Elige will find him. Players flying it through the doors, through the window. Nitro does find one. Elige still holding back. No one's actually crossed. Now finally Elige getting across, pulls out that Glock. Dren with the P90 frag, and JDM to go down also from Fugly. Everyone's staying alive, and near team ace, only Flowsick not getting a kill there. But with all those saves, we can only assume CLG wants the op on their CT side.
Dual orb setup, if anything, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, no JDM going for a single one. So this is great position for Liquid. We saw this last map. They can keep the P90s, they can keep the Galil, start farming some money here. And like, I have no idea how they will approach this one. Like, they can either go for very, very fast, they can kind of traditionally take the map, get the control, choose an area to go for. It looks like they're trying to get some long control pretty early on. Flowsick is actually going to challenge here. He's doing quite a lot of damage, does take down JDM there. He's the AWPer as well. That's such a fantastic frag to get when you've got a Galil.
With the Galil.
Fantastic work, and that's going to be devastating. Now that opens up so much for Team Liquid. They can get out there. The P90 on a Dren is going to be there, and he's going to. If he can keep two players along, if he can give the intel that he's got two players there, the bomb has gone down as well. This is great. Adren has got such great positioning. Oh, that Molotov will shut him down. He takes one down.
Wow, that's very nice work there. They doubled up on Pit. Adren still able to grab one of them. Now Team Liquid coming into the first rifle. The op didn't even get a chance to fire. Maybe it did shoot through the smoke, but
I don't think it did. It was just nothing. He just stood behind it, just getting wrecked by Galil.
Bullets from that Galil on the wall over there. Sinks now in the 1v3, and sees the blood on the wall, and then he knows whose blood is that? Oh, it's mine.
Oh, JDM having a bad day in the office there. Just before he's safe, threw a little smoke there and gets wrecked by Galil. 35 bullets of hell being rained towards him there. And that's a very convincing round for Liquid. You can see there, they picked up the AKs now. Adren will be picking up an AWP as well. A full eco for CLG. And this is the horrible situation they really didn't want to get in. This is the point they wanted to get some momentum going, but I think, again, wise decision, get the full eco going, don't force, and ensure you can get back into this one. Don't just ruin your economy.
What a grenade. Almost like kind of the one that we saw on Train earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't hit all four of them, but still pretty powerful. Flowsick will fall, but most of CLG already dead here. 3-on-2. Actually, maybe some hope with that CZ from Cutler, but also traded out. Now it's just Tarek all alone. So from Team Liquid, my takeaway so far from the first couple rounds is they really like their long control. Most teams, almost every team in every region will just post up with the early mid control to go either A through the catwalk.
Well, the counter for that is you just don't even play long. You allow them to take you. You have the AWP onto A, and then you just lock them down. Like as long as you have the short control on top of that, two guys playing short or onto A bomb site, it kind of is the only way you can lock it down. Tarek does pick up a frag and makes it a 2-1 situation, but Nitro will take him down, and that is 5 rounds in a row. Very clean sweep so far for Liquid, and they really have shown up in these last 2 maps.
Yeah, maybe they just...
This is what I'm talking about. So dual up setup, this is clever. This is where you can lock it down. You can play one guy in B, right? With an AWP, he can anchor that bomb site completely, and then you can have 2 options here. You play 2 guys on short, you play 2 guys on middle. Depending on what the terrorists are doing, normally the standard thing to do is play 2 rifles in middle, and it allows them to control any sort of B splits here. But something's going on here. JDM going for some aggressive play, and Fugly going for the long control yet again, but not to find anything. Elige running out middle, gets shut down by Tarek.
Yeah, I saw that player in CT. He's like, oh, I'll take this shot, but no, Tarek was there with that other op. However, terrorists have got their way out onto this site. They're a man down, kind of controlling B, though. Adren will take a shot. Hayes drops the bomb. As a result of it, 4-on-2 now, and it looks like CLG could finally get themselves on the board. The bomb is still going to go down in that default position. Actually, no, behind the box a little bit. So finding the plant will be hard to hold here. Looking at flash, enough flashes for CLG to wait out these smokes and take this together. Also JDM with a kit. Tarek hits the shot from the flank, coming in those halls, and Adren will go down.
A very random round for Liquid there. I think they were getting a little bit too comfortable, just running out in random positions, going out middle with no real plan for what was going on, and getting shut down pretty quickly as well. So this dual orb setup, so far so good for CLG. 5-1, it's not the end of the world. Like like a lot of teams do favor the CT side, right? They can get a lot of momentum here as long as they find a strong footing on the map. This dual op setup is one of my favorite ones. I think it works very effectively. You can move the little fragging unit you have of the 3 rifles around the map and kind of predict where the T's are going to go. Tarek now going towards long area. And we know they favor it. They have great smoke going down there. Blocks the vision from the AWPer. That's going to force him to go back onto the site now. And will he have time to actually get there? It's going to be quite close. Yeah.
Gosh, I was scared for him.
Yeah, me too.
Jumping up that box. I was like, oh, I think this is going to get shot. But no, they didn't quite go out for it. And you had mentioned earlier the CT setup. I would like to see the op where it is now for Tarek and the 2 players with rifles on the catwalk. And we do actually see Sanks up on the catwalk. And
well, this is what I said before. Right? This is how you lock it down. The long takes get taken. Now all of a sudden they don't really have that much map control. They've got one area of the map. Unless you get short with that, it's kind of useless.
So the 5 AKs, Cutler going for that pop flash. Fugly does open things up. He was too slow with the pop flash. It happened just a little bit earlier. Now Flowsick finding the player on cat. He's going to pop flash out. He knows they got the advantage. And he just finds the op posted up, flanking the opper. Hayes there to get some revenge and scoop up the op for the save. Let's look at the money on the T side. Did they send out the hunting party here?
They don't need to, really. To be fair, they know he's got the AWP. Maybe it is worth it. But can we have a look at the money?
Yeah, sorry, I was too fast, I guess.
So that CT definitely needs to save it. Terrorists definitely afford to hunt him down here. They're going for it. They work out where he is now. He takes down Nitro. 2v1 now. They've got 2 more chances to try and get him. Oh, and there it is. Fugly. Nice little headshot there through the door. That's going to reset the economy after winning 1 round and then losing the subsequent one after that. You're only given $1,400. And you can see that in the economy of the CTs now. They somehow have a little bit more than I anticipated. So 2 players on like $1,500, $1,800. But the wise thing here to do is just get another eco out the way and look to play the long game. And that is no pun intended.
Well, they're going towards long as 4. There's the pun. Adrent going out by himself. Once again, that smoke always going down and a pretty safe way to get yourself out there. Still could get naded, I suppose, running through, maybe spammed. And whenever I play, I still get off through that, guaranteed. But it's been working out for Liquid, that's for sure. And they've stormed into the B. There was 1 player there. It was Tarek, and he has gone down. And Adrent watching this flank very, very carefully. He's going to find Sanks. Sees the shoulder first, hits the headshot. And does he hear? No, Cutler's actually walking around. Can maybe find... Adrent's very, very low, but starting to fall back through T-spawn. So I think Cutler's dead.
They should get this kill quite easily.
Or not Cutler, sorry. Adrent is dead. And out towards middle, we have Hayes still trying to fight. Does take down someone with the USP. Another dink coming in, but Fugly brings it home. Cutler with an AK can do a bit more damage. They already did force a couple rebuys from Liquid, so this will be nice. But that flash, that was lights out.
So they managed to pick up a couple of frags, but essentially that was a throwaway round. They were seeing whatever they could get. Managed to pick up a cheeky one in T-spawn, and then a silent USP kill in middle. But this is where it gets interesting. This is the point of no return, really. If CLG lose a couple more rounds at this stage of the game, they're going to be taken out of the equation. They have managed to force a buy here. You can see there's not a lot to speak of in terms of they've got 1 glass cannon AWP, a FAMAS with no head armor, an M4 with no head armor, no real utility to speak of. They've always 1 incendiary, a couple of smokes, but they haven't got HE grenades. There's just the bare essentials here to kind of attack the map.
Elige, entry fragger, bomb carrier. Nice combo. He gets lucky that it doesn't fall to CT spawn. That's really the danger there. And it looks like this defense for CLG is working out very well. JDM finding 2. And now there's that quickly. 30 seconds into the round, it's only Flowsick set up here in a 1v5, now 1v4 as he gets that frag. If he finds Sanks next, can find another frag probably easily. Let's see, Hayes looks like he wants to run into him. Flash coming in, forces Flowsick to turn, and he turns back. It's some damage in there, but Hayes will find him in the end. And that was a quality round from CLG.
Yeah, that was a really nice hold. Again, it looked like to me Liquid playing a little bit more of a puck setup there, just running up in positions 1 by 1. There wasn't any real set mentality or a goal, it seemed like. We saw Elige just running up onto short there. It was kind of weird. He was by himself and just going for a frag. It's taken down. Very simple shot, essentially, for JDM on there from car to short. He had the bomb as well, I think he said, yeah. So he just ran up by himself, lost the bomb on short, and that was kind of the end of the round, really. Although Liquid are winning quite nicely, I think they do need to slow it down a little bit and work out what's going on and then approach the bomb sites like that.
Yeah, no reason to get overconfident. Maybe throw away some rounds. Like even with the 2 they have, maybe they did. They did kind of play quite aggressive, kind of throwing strats out the window. So Fugly this time not moving in towards long. That means 3 initial players there for CLG. They will deposit Sinks into the pit, and they'll back off to what we see on almost every team CT map. You got the Opper here from Car, too short, and, you know, Cutler in this position either in CT or on the A ramp. And that's working out, but do we have Elise trying to fake like a mid to B? They've put this smoke so that he can try to get into CT. Now he'll smoke CT himself and just walk through it, but JDM, he is on the case. He knows what was going down. And Elise, his mind games get shut down as his mind was just hit with an op bullet. JDM now hitting that shot. A little harder when they're further back there towards those wicker baskets, but the A hold very strong. Cutler sprays down too. And where is our last man? Fugly is there he is. Up on the catwalk. Trying to come out again into that op, into the crosshairs. Gets shot through the ledge, I think. Yeah, JDM coming in on the assist. Hayes to finish it.
Really strange rounds from Liquid. I haven't been too impressed with their mentality approaching the A-bomb site. It seems like when they get up there, JDM has such easy frags there. Like, really not very difficult shots whatsoever. He's not flashed at all. There's no smoke locking him out. There's no players rushing towards him. He has just easy pickings when they're coming onto the A-bomb site. 7-3 now. CLG have got the double AWP setup going. Liquid won't have an AWP. This is the first full spy we've actually seen from them in this game. They have a Tech 9, 4 AKs, not a lot of utility to play with. Tarek should take down this kill pretty easily. There it is. Takes down Elige, and JDM gets one of his own. And this should take it to 7-4. This looks quite an easy round now for CLG. And all of a sudden, they look a lot more spirited. The teams come together a little bit, and they're getting some rounds on the board. Not dropping any frags as well. Maybe just lock down what Liquid are trying to do.
Yeah, no one's won the half yet either. Liquid only got to 7 rounds, so if CLG can put this together and get it 8-7 or 9-6, probably either way, because after all, it is Dust 2. You're never really out of it. It's geared up towards B, though, the Terrace. Looking to come out. Another op shooting gallery for Tarek, perhaps. That smoke is going to go rather far, but it doesn't actually. It smoked off the back box, but not the barrels. Tarek will find one. And actually, a couple kills coming in. Hayes and Tarek do finally fall. Cutler's the first man on the scene, first response, and he will go in by himself. And he'll bring down Fugly.
So without getting the bomb down there, I'll be interested to see where the money lies for the terrorists now. So they have $2,000 across the board, it's their average there. So they either go for another Force by AO Tech 9s, or they actually have to do a full eco this time and make sure they get the AWP out for themselves. And the play style needs to be changed. It was working for the first 5 or 6 rounds, just running around deathmatch mode, and now they've kind of caught on to what they're doing. They've got the AWP set up going, and it's proving a lot more difficult for them. Like I think it was like a 6-0 sweep at one stage, and now it's getting locked down quite a lot.
Was it? It was 5-1, I think was the worst.
5-1, okay.
So they reset that bonus as soon as they got it, and then actually chained 2 more together. But now 3 in a row for CLG, so they're looking pretty good. Once again, going back to that long control, but this time just kind of storm out with the pistols. They only found Sinks. And I will say, like, something was working against CLG early on, because when we came to their first rifle, like, they kind of lost when they went down a man early, and that was JDM just happening to get sprayed down through a smoke.
Yeah,
so
you're right, actually, the Galil shot, right? This is the round, right? CLG want to do an aggressive push. They knew that their team Liquid had changed their mentality a little bit. I'd like to see like push B tunnels or something like that. Maybe get into lower B, like just to mix it up and get that first frag and surprise the T's. That would be great for them right now. This is the wrap. They've already got a few in a row. Liquid are trying to adapt maybe, but here we go.
Sinks.
Yeah, getting some early aggression as well. I like this.
And JDM, you know, smoking deep there into the long doors, so going to dissuade Team Liquid from coming out, as they had 4 people posted up kind of ready to go. Now they've got to spread out. They go over towards screen box, and Sinks misses that shot. Trying to get that grenade is maybe wishful thinking.
Was the grenade worth it?
Yeah, the grenade was not worth it. If this was an online, if this was matchmaking, they would have typed worth it in chat. So now 5-on-4, and I don't know. I like Envious's approach to getting off of the catwalk, where they throw the smoke right after this box, and then they pop flash and jump down, and you can attack that opper from the low ground.
I think that's much better.
They're actually just feeding JDM kills.
That's what I was saying
because
before.
they're not doing anything to stop him.
They're not putting up any sort of wall, and they finally take him down. But at this point, are they able to get back into the round? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Having those smokes, you can smoke off CT spawn, have one on the catwalk, and jump down and surprise the AWP right running up a half pipe. That's really effective. But nonetheless, here we go. The bomb does go down. 3-on-2. And Hayes will actually, there we go. It's getting lost out pretty quick. I was trying to build it up, so it's a frag exchange. It might be a little bit exciting, but right now, CLG seem like to be firing on all cylinders, getting the frags where they need them. And like I said, JDM getting fed frags at A.
Yes.
But they keep running up short. Why are they allowing him not even to be flashed? Like they're so good at the long control, right? So the main thing you need to do on this map is you take long control, you get the long control, and that means the AWPer can't set a car. If you force him back, you make him so he has to go onto the bomb site, and that's when you go up short. You smoke off Xbox, go up short together, contend catwalk, nade the bomb site. He can't fall back to the ramps. You've already got a player anchored down the long. That's what they should be doing. Like we said, they're good at long control. Let's do that instead of just going up short, nothing at all, and just hoping that you're going to make a frag. They did this at DreamHack. I actually remember casting it. It was very frustrating to watch.
Oh, a bit of deja vu for you then. Tarek and what is it? Hazed over here at the B bomb site. Cutler watching that CT spawn. Elish has been, pretty aggressive to try to push out here and get something done. He usually does it when it's like 5v4. Team Liquid's got the advantage. He wants to make a play.
Yeah.
I guess, or even in the other circumstance where you're man down and someone needs to make a play. But they're all going out, and they're going out without showing themselves. I have no idea. That timing is just unfortunate. I don't think they gave it away. He just decides to pop flash and check it, and Cutler makes Elish pay for it. Fugly will fall to Hazed as well as they try to go for the mid to B split. Tarek in there with an op. And he'll get nicely done from Tarek. He's actually had, he dropped a 30 bomb, didn't he? On train.
Yeah.
And then he was still positive on the Mirage.
He was top fragging. He got like 15 frags still. And
he was 15-15. Yeah. So with assists, he was like still positive.
I can't believe how this has panned out after that. Such a strong performance when they were like 8-1 at one point, 7-1 at one stage, and now CLG have probably back to 7-7, and who would have thought that would happen? Like after what was going on, I think that just goes to show you, like once the mixed mentality stops working for you, you need to actually adjust and start adapting to how the CTs countered it. They got the double AWP setup going, and that was it. We can see JDM now. He's pushed up short, misses the AWP shot there, but Tarek is down a long now as well, and he's going to be in a horrible situation now. He should be taken down here. They know he's there with the long, and he hasn't been punished enough for it, I feel. Got away with the AWP in the pit there, but there we go. Looks like the T's probably go for either a mid split here or go up again up to short and hope they don't get owned by JDM, which has happened every single time.
Yeah, so it looks like they do want to make their way up. Still maybe a bit indecisive. Was there a smoke down there? I don't even think there was. Fugly's still working around at long, so if anything, it's going to be like a 4-1 split onto the A site. Still with a minute to work, though. They could go anywhere. No one making a play from the CLG perspective, not pushing in the B tunnels, and there it is. Looks like it will be 3 going up long 2 Cat. Cutler, though, in the pit. And Tarek switching up his position, too, right? That's got to throw you off a bit. That Tarek just kind of shows up at long. And JDM still over there up on the ramp this time watching it. Tarek turns around, is able to hit that shot, and a second, and they're going to think it's clear. Cutler is still in the pit, is he not? There, he finally goes down to Nitro, so a 2-on-2 right now. But really, it should be advantage Team Liquid. Tarek should not be allowed to do that whatsoever. 2-on-2, bomb is actually thrown across. A bit harder to do in CSGO. Molotov, though, a bit of damage, but not able to stop that plant. So retake, and it's Hayes coming in. Oh, Nitro jumps and spots that. Pop flash coming out. Hayes can easily dodge that one. Nearly hitting the shot. Maybe a bit of movement and inaccuracy on the first one, but he does find it. And now Sanks coming in, and he gets it, has the kit. CLG, they dig deep, they come back, and they win the half 8-7.
How big did they have to deep to pull that one back? 7-1 to 8-7. Wow. That's going to be really demoralizing after having such a elating start. It's like going in as your T side, going 7-1 up. You think, oh, it's amazing. How have we done that? And then losing 7 in a row. Sorry, after that, it's going to be pretty detrimental to the morale of the team, and they're going to be wondering what the hell happened to them.
Well, I mean, CLG were cautious, kept their money in a decent state.
That's right, actually.
And then they went for the double ops.
They allowed themselves. They didn't keep force buying like we saw in previous games. They actually controlled their economy quite nicely and made sure they didn't do anything too silly. And took the full ecos on the chin, and that was great work from them. Really good stuff. We can see the frag charts up there. No one really setting the scoreboard on fire, it seems like. We can see JDM get 12 frags there. Fugly got 10. Nitro 13. No one really.
Look at CLG. 12, 12, 12, 12.
Oh, yeah. 12 to 12.
And then 5. Poor Sanks.
5. Yeah.
He's only Super Saiyan 1. I mean, you got to give him a break.
Yeah. Is he still evolving?
Yeah. He's still working on transcending to stage 2.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe. Do you think he's. I mean, I asked. I didn't even actually ask CLG. I asked Luminosity, like, do you know who's calling for CLG? And they said Cutler. But maybe Sanks is doing it. Give him that scapegoat, right?
Pretty sure it is Cutler. We'll spin it.
I
like
tried,
that,
thanks. I tried.
Well, there we go. I think we will be almost ready to jump into it. There we go. The game is about to go live.
Yeah, coming into the pistol. So again, just to recap briefly, it's CLG makes the adjustment. They get the double ops. It works. And then Team Liquid failed to adjust to that. And it was quite bad for them. They just walked into JDM time after time. They went B, then they walked into Tarek with an op.
It was the dual orb setup that completely locked them down. As soon as they won the early game with the economy on their side, but as soon as they answered back with the orbs, it was pretty much game over that stage. But here we go. 8-7 in favor of CLG. They will be now starting on the terrorist side.
See what they can get done. Very, very spread out, very passive. Getting into the B tunnels, and looks like maybe going to go towards long, but that smoke is down. They're going to push straight through it. Flowsick is quite blind. He has been spotted. And 3 people now working their way out. Flowsick got to try to get at least one. Flashed again now. Forced to fall back as he blood on the wall, bullets everywhere, and Tarek, even blind, will get it. It's actually a Legion there, though, with the first kill. It took enough time that the rotations came in. Tarek with another 3-on-3, and there it is, the third kill here for Tarek. Can he find it long range with the Glock? Oh my gosh. Elige brought down JDM and Sanks, tag teaming him there as they try to throw the bomb across. It is thrown, and actually, where is Fugly? He is in CT spawn, so we can maybe... Throwing the bomb was a pretty good idea, I suppose. The P2Ks, USPs can just one-tap you on the cross. That was a very big pop flash. Should be easy for JDM to bring this home. He almost went down. Tarek had to save him out of that situation.
Little cheeky 4-man of Tarek there. Yeah, he's happy with that. So, a great start for CLG after having such a rubbish start on their CT side. It's nice to see the momentum shift in their favour for the start of this half. Maybe they'll be able to find some momentum of their own. We can see what's going to go on with Team Liquid. It looks like they will be going indeed for the force buy. This is what
CLG did not do.
Yeah, so I think this is kind of, especially when you're not as a skilled team as such as the likes of like Navi, etc., like that, and you can't really get away with this. If you're not going to literally wreck the other team quite easily, quite convincingly, it's almost a waste of money at this stage. But here we go then. Elige with the scout. We can see the other players with P250s, and this is what I'm talking about. Dust 2 is very difficult. Unless you've got some sort of plan and a strategy set up there, that armor and P250s are almost useless. That just facing long corner there. What was the ultimate plan? Where could that have gone right for them?
My least favorite thing to witness in Counter-Strike is people going for these aggressive like force buys on the CT side and then playing default setups.
Yeah, absolutely. That doesn't work, right? So you need to be smoking off middle and probably stacking somewhere and going all in. Like lock off the vision they can't call where you cross to. You have a stack B or get a short stack, maybe boost some people up. Don't just go and face long corner. You're never going to win that battle. With P250 facing rifles.
Even just stack B. If they don't go B, save, and then stack A.
Yeah,
just flip the coin twice and see if one of them lands on heads.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That was pretty bad. Let's just go face long corner with P250s. Maybe that'll work. Oh, it hasn't. We've ruined our economy. We can't get orbs first round now.
No problem. The Galil's a scout now on JDM and a B spawn for the terrorists. Is it that easy of a call? Rush B. Doesn't look like it. Again, kind of spreading out, playing slow. Not looking to get ecoed here. And as actually they do get onto the full eco, they will go for the quick fast cat, 2 up that way, and then 3 pushing, or maybe trying to control that lower B portion of the map. And it's Elige who does find the first frag. Tarek now, as people coming in through the window, he'll bring down Fugly. He'll hop on through. Does he peek wide enough? He finds a Dren. He gets that other frag, and Tarek just unloading here into the second half. He'll peek out again. So this is a 3K. He got a 4K on the pistol. Can he get one here? It's just Elige, the last man up. He will be able to bring down Sanks, and there it is. Tarek bringing home that 4K and proving himself to be quite a beast. 21 kills right now.
Pretty clean. 3 rounds for them there. And we can see the money isn't horribly affected. I think Adren must not have got armor in that force buy. You can see he probably will be opting for the AWP here. Not going to be a great buy for him. He's got AWP, body armor, a couple of flashbangs. But ultimately, it's going to be a pretty difficult setup for them. Nothing to speak of in terms of incendiaries or anything like that. And we can see something like CLG. Looks like they're going to opt up short pretty fast. You can see 3 players contending for middle right now. Maybe they'll just go out middle fast together. You can see a flashbang going in there. They are actually just going to run out middle. It's quite unorthodox, smoking off quickly and just seeing what they can make of it. There's going to be no contention whatsoever. The CTs have got some vision now. They've called it, but it's going to be a B split coming in there. The next frag will be very important. Elige takes down Cutler, and Nitro answers with 2 of his own. That's fantastic work from Cutler, from Nitro, sorry. And now it's a 3-on-1 situation. JDM left in a 3 versus 1. And that's great stuff from the CT side. They're managing to hold off that hold, especially Nitro. 2 very important frags from him.
Yeah, from the back of that bomb site, he just had them both lined up.
Yeah, it looked like when they were running down middle there, like when you got out middle with no confrontation whatsoever, and they see you from window, that's almost the point where like, God, they're coming so quickly now. We need to actually fall back here, try and find some sort of position, try and use the utility to hold them off. But it was really strong work from them. I'm actually really impressed with that by Nitro. Good stuff.
Man, I was kind of surprised. You just see them walk down middle of the terrace, that is. Were they expecting, because of the force fight, that there would be no op?
Yeah.
I mean, there was an op on Adren. Obviously, he wasn't playing middle. And I thought there was. He's got a Galil now. Am I just delirious? Is it that hot in the studio? I thought they had an op earlier.
He definitely had an AWP.
Yeah.
But what is going on now? Oh, God, has he got a try?
Oh,
Has he been given a window? This?
Again?
He's been given a window, hasn't
He
he?
did this on train.
If he faces CT now, he is in the money.
He's going to smoke off that cap, probably give him the confidence here to peek. And he almost got the 2-for-1. I think
It's
he
going to kill him.
connected on
That's going to
both
kill
of
him.
the nade.
It's going to do it.
It does it. JDM. The 1v3 to the 4K. What?
Oh, it's that happened again. It looked like I thought he was saving for most of that round. And all of a sudden that happens. That grenade was amazing. As soon as he pulled it out of his pocket, I knew that is going to be a killer grenade. Amazing. He actually faced CT spawn, hit both of them, the AWP.
Yeah.
Pulls out the grenade, touchdown. And what an insult to injury that is for Liquid. Just when they thought they got back into that round. We're talking about that being an amazing sweep, and what an amazing defense. Oh, Nitro did such great work there, got out middle, and then all of a sudden JDM does that, and he's not finished yet. Picks up another frag onto a Liege. Oh my goodness, that was fantastic. I'm still recovering from that one. Really good stuff from JDM. We saw him do it on train as well. Managing to pick up huge clutches here, and very sloppy play from Liquid there. They shouldn't be allowing that to happen.
Not at all. I wasn't even sure what was going on. And also on train, we're like talking, like, oh, this is done. There's no chance, 1v2, and he does it. And then here at Dust 2, that one was just spectacular. We'll see that in many videos to come, I'm sure. And what a, I mean, you finally, oh, they didn't even get around. I thought they had
That's what
one.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But that one they ran out middle seemed so long ago, and they got shut down by Nitro and B, and then it's was actually the same round.
Oh, man. Okay, so 12-7. Things getting very difficult. Fugly obviously not with much of a chance here. Maybe a 1-dig. Try to reinflate your morale, because that last round was like taking a knife to a basketball.
Yeah.
In the basketball.
Which famously can't be reinflated. Yeah. To be fair, unless it takes a lot of mending. And here we go. This is their opportunity to mend it. They have got back to, I think they should probably do the dual up setup themselves. Nitro contemplating what to buy. He won't do it. 4 rifles for them, but they have got a very good B spawn here. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world just to go for a straight up B rusher, you know. This why I've only 2 people sent there, but it was a good spawn. It's probably a nice time to do. You got all around to play with, something a little bit surprising, but things will be slowed down. And you see Tarek and Cutler going into lower B now.
Yeah, it seems to be their default. They got JDM just holding back, watching for any of those mid pushes. 2 to watch the long push, and 2 into the B tunnels. Hayes, though, has moved up a little bit on the catwalk. Hasn't met any resistance. Does see Adren, and Hayes can probably assume that Adren just dropped, whether he might have heard it or not. So that's going to be good. Adren now playing from the car. If he can put a performance from this position like JDM did, but I kind of doubt that CLG is not going to put a smoke down or a flasher or something. Flosick also still in the pit. And it does appear that CLG is going to be moving back around for the long control, try to put the 3-2 split onto the A site together. They do have a ton of smokes and Molotovs to go out. They're all pouring off of that catwalk. That pop flash did not work. Completely blinding Sanks, allowing Flosick to still be alive here in the pit. He's going to peek out, grab one, drop the bomb. 1 behind the blue bin. Sanks finds that, though. 2 on 3. This has got to be Liquid's round. They have to find something here in the second half. Otherwise,
how many is in a row so far? Is that 5 in a row for the CLG so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to...
Just this half, though.
Yeah, you need to just lock this one down. This is it now. Let's get around on the board, but they're actually going to have an opportunity to get a bomb down here. Could this be the nightmare continued?
That color does plant. He's getting spammed, and he will... Oh, no, it was fire. I think maybe a combination of both, but the Molotov does come in. Now it's up to Sanks. It's his turn to go for the 1v3, and he will find one on the side of the smoke. A second. He has him lined up, too.
That could have been it.
Yeah,
I think
there is potential.
I think I'd have probably gone out there and just had a word with the guys.
That's all right. I think I could have solo cast 2 more rounds if that's the way it went.
Wow, that was exciting. Like, when Liquid look like they've got a round all tied up, all of a sudden something crazy happens, but interesting stuff nonetheless. And that's going to be the 8th round for Liquid, and that's probably the first round we've seen in a while go in their favor. So good stuff from them. Hopefully better find some momentum now. they were up at 7-1 in this game at some point, remember? So they are feeling pretty bad right now.
That ended a streak of 12 rounds in a row for CLG if we stick the halves together. And
this is what we saw this do this against Cloud9 yesterday. CLG did the exact same thing, went down so heavily and came back, and they did 13 in a row against Cloud9. So you can never count them out, however low they go.
So JDM trying to get aggressive, and he will find the first shot, bringing it down a bit to hit Elige, and nice. They realize we have a ton of time. I got that shot. I'm dropping off. Let's get that bomb and set up for the next phase of this round, as the CT defense is now kind of spread. They're not getting that information. They don't have a voice in their ear calling what's happening around middle. And then Terrace working their way up Cat. This is going to fall onto Adren. He's trying to pop flash, but you can see that Hayes has dropped off. He's, partially blind, but Adren just could see nothing at all.
And that's how you shut down an AWP on A round. That's what we were talking about. You spoke off CT spawn, you get a smoke off, flash out, drop down, keep the players on short, keep in contention, and then take him down. And it looks like a pretty easy round. As soon as you take that AWP, they've got nothing left on the bomb side. Tarek will take down Fugly, actually leave Nitro in a 4-on-1 situation now. Does pick up the first frag here. It makes it competitive at least, but he only has got 5 HP. And he gets one more, but that's going to ultimately be almost GG at that point. With winning one round and losing the subsequent one, look at the money. It's just gone horribly wrong for Liquid, and this might be the end of the tournament for them.
Yeah, and in this position, they did kind of have enough so they could get some rifles in the mix here, so they decided to go for the Force, and we know that now this is the 2-for-1. This is CLG's easiest opportunity to close out this game very cleanly for the 16-8. If Team Liquid lose here, there's a 1% chance they maybe get that eco round. That would be match point. So let's see. Also, they don't contest long at all. CLG has taken it. 4 people here and just 1 watching the flank.
That's what we're talking about. When you have the eco rounds, you need to go all in somewhere. They've stacked short this time, got the scout around the middle, 1 guy playing in B, and they're trying to get some information. It's actually a pretty good opening pick from Nitro, and Adren actually answers back as well. All of a sudden, this round looks possible for Liquid.
Yeah, that smoke wasn't down. They were trying to go in very sneaky beaky like the Molotov and the AG, though. Flo6 trying to make a play by staying in there. The Terror saved his life, though. They just throw a smoke. Weird. They extinguished it. They didn't know. He didn't peek. The patience, I guess, paid off. That bomb was down on the cross. Hayes moving, though, will take it. He picks it up. He's going to get back in, and he saw Flo6 cross into the smoke. He shoots him down. 3-on-1 right now. It's just Adren with the scout, jump scout. But I think Hayes realizes this, and he's planting where there's no angle for that jump scouter.
Oh dear. So after the force buy there, they're going to have next to no money. 15-8. They need 7 in a row at this stage. This is the end of Team Liquid's tournament here at CEVO MOG, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
they have
that way.
No real chance here. Like, Adren's going to have to go for a mid pick with the scout and hope he gets a little headshot going there. But the scout plays, as long as the all plays properly, doesn't do anything too silly, it should be quite an easy pick for him. Hayes going to get this information along now. He's actually doing pretty decent damage there. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff there. And the bomb going into B here. Got to ask yourself why the bomb is gone down by itself in B. And why is that happening?
I mean, did you watch the first 2 maps?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, surely learn your lesson, lads. You've run into a bomb site with the bomb. Your teammates are nowhere to be seen, and you've been taken down by a CZ and a Deagle. It's pretty bad times for everyone, including me.
And it looks like Team Liquid can maybe find this round. Hazed is still trying to fight over there. Up on the catwalk now, turning around and heading towards middle. JDM trying to find that pick. He's low, though. Maybe hit up with that CZ from a distance, perhaps. He's still fishing for the frag. Adren is also jump scouting out the B window, just trying to keep control of middle. But who is that? There it is. JDM finds it. Tarek, though, can't get his frag. Nitro will bring him down. AK and Op up against 5-7 Deagle and AK. I mean, man advantage to Team Liquid, but it seems like CLG have clinched so many rounds that they really shouldn't have won. It's still up in the air. Time, though, getting low, and the bomb in a very good position for the CTs to cover it. There's another Deagle kill from Fugly. Now it's just JDM with 15 HP trying to go in here. Money is going to be fine, I think, for the terrorists to have rifles. Nice shot from JDM. I think he's proven himself as a pretty solid operator, at least on Dust 2 on both halves here.
He has to be careful here. He either needs to die or get out of there right now. I think he's dropped the AWP. I think he knows. What does he know? Yeah. Oh, that's the worst thing that could have happened. Now he has no money. He died after the the freeze time then. We can see, what did he have?
He did have 8.3, but...
So that's fine.
But still, there are some poor players on his team. If he had another $2,000, or I think, what, they got 2,400 coming in on this one?
Yeah, well, and some sign of life still there for Team Liquid. I'm still kind of disappointed with CLG's approach to that round. Sending a player in with the bomb by himself, then he dies and someone has to run in after him, going down to pistols. Like, what is that? Like, that's just awful. They ran for a smoke as well, I believe. Like, that's not even a thing.
Team Liquid did it too early on in the first half. Like, they looked good, they had solid, and then they just had like some weird overconfident plays that didn't make sense.
Just trying to close it out too quickly, I think.
Yeah, but let's look at Long here. This is where the battle's going down. Adren's still here fighting, working around those smokes, and finally he'll go down, have that incendiary out. Nitro though, 2K, and then I'll turn it into the 2v1. I'm gonna fall on Sanks right here. Does have the AK, does have the bomb, and a lot of time to work with, so we can try to bait, you know, the Liquid going to B and going to A with a 1-1 defense, and it does look like they have more or less split up. Fugly though has pushed up middle. So T middle and CT middle is where we've got the Team Liquid players. And this will allow Sanks to cross and probably plant. It's going to happen to, it's going to depend on Nitro. Sanks is actually wanting to win the 1v1. He still has time to spare. He has been spotted now, so there's going to be the long push coming in from Fugly.
Yeah, I like this from Fugly. He's done a lot of clever flanking today, and that is another example of it. He gets the information from his teammate, pushes right round, and he draws it up to 15-10. This could be kind of interesting now. Like, you can see the money is not great for CLG. I really wouldn't like them to see them forced by this. I'd rather just do a nice clean round, get a full buy next time. The loss bonus now will be quite favourable if they can keep the 2K bank balance there. So just allow yourself to lose this one, or even just obviously don't aim to lose it, but just get it out of the way, and we'll see what happens from there. Now, if they can get the orbs out again, go to something a little bit more standard and get back into this.
Yeah, they will. They should be getting what, $2,900?
Yep.
Plus potential for that other 800 if they do get that bomb down, so they can easily get to the to that op with armor. That'd be very nice for them. Even some nades behind that. They're working up their way. Catwalk. Adren is locking it down from this car position. He did fail to hold it in one round previously. There's only 2 flashes though for Hazed and CLG. Adren gonna miss that first shot. Actually, that's gonna let one of them drop. Now he's gonna kind of smoke for some cover so we can, you know, get that retreat, get to pit. And there's no pressure coming from pit right now. Fugly and Nitro coming over from B, making their rotation. The bomb's gonna go down. So all that extra money we just talked about is now coming into the.
Well, it might not even come down to money at this stage. This is a round they can actually win. This is a very difficult retake. You can see them having to come up with CT spawn here. Players actually responding with frags of their own, but Liquid do manage to pick up 3. And now JDM, we've seen him do some pretty crazy stuff today, but this is a stretch too far, I believe, for him. The defuse will come in, and that's going to bring it to 16-11. This still on. They managed to get a couple of frags off there, so the CT economy kind of rumbled a little bit, but they have got enough to play with to buy up the next round. So this is it. This is where CLG really want to lock this one out.
Yeah, very solid round for them economically. They can have everything that their terrorist hearts desire. Probably Molotov smokes going on at just about everybody. Let's see what they'll want to try to do. JDM does go for the op. He's going for the fast pick, though. Generally, it's JDM holding back middle and his other team supporting and watching down the flanks. But he'll get flashed. There was a smoke down as well, and he will miss that shot. So player crossing into the pit. And Adren actually still posted up here with his op. It'll be up to Elise to drop back. So if somehow CLG gets the read that no one's actually playing on the catwalk, and now they've got the nades to deal with the op in the car position, probably CLG's best bet.
So they're going to be going up short. We saw Liquid do this a lot of time before. Without any real control on any other parts of the map, they were ideally looking for a frag in the situation. We can see the boost here coming in. Will JDM be able to lock this down? He has got the angle on them. Oh, he will drop down. It's going to be quite exciting to see how this one goes down. He will actually face this, and he gets completely shut down by Elise. That stack really can be effective if you're not expecting it, but I really do think it's kind of old school now. That's
yeah.
It should be predicted.
It's a 1.6 strat.
It should be predicted pretty early on. Teams should be aware of that, but there we go.
Actually, well, 5v2 Team Liquid probably have it. Mousesports does something pretty funny because they always play. Most teams play 2B, so you're used to seeing 2 cross. Mousesports will put the opper middle and just have them take shots, whether he hits them or not, try to bait people to push, and then they have that NOA stack, and people just run into it. It'll be quite comical.
This has got competitive all of a sudden. As I say that though, Adren answers back. And that's a great round for Liquid. Solid stuff from them. Elise picking up 3 frags there. We saw the NOA stack in middle. For me, I really don't rate that at all, especially the top level of European CS.
It's the nostalgia.
It's not actually used that much, and if it is, it gets shut down very quickly. Nades get completely pummeled onto you, and you get flash and you get phase. People check it, and unfortunately for CLG, maybe lacking their tactical leader there, taking a pause. I think that is a wise idea. I'm not sure what the pause situation is. They said just one. Is that? I mean, it's allowed.
I thought it was just limited to 5 minutes, but they are taking. Oh, they're saying they already took it earlier.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So they're saying they've already had one, so no pause will be happening.
All right, well, they apologize. Do they have Canadian members? Just get the Canadian to apologize and then move on with it?
I don't know what that joke means, but...
Oh, right. It's like their stereotype.
Okay.
That they just apologize for everything, so they're caught up.
I wish I could have
Very offensive joke, actually. Okay. So, standard stuff, what we've been seeing from Liquid at just about every round. Looks like CLG might want to try for a full-on mid approach. Oh, did they miss the smoke? That's not where that's supposed to land. Hayes, though, going out. They'll move forward past that Molotov. He brings down Elige, but the fire was there, so he gets the trade after death. 4-on-4 now. They kind of swing things around, not wanting to commit to that mid strategy. Flosick, is he going to push through? He's got a really good position to... I mean, what do you feel? How do you feel about this position? Like, you should kill one person. Probably
it's a one and done position, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to get one, and then he'll die.
And then he's done.
So that's literally it. So I'm not really sure what the play plan was there, but Adren actually picks up a very important frag, and he won't be one and done. He gets a great smoke going down for him, and he actually gets a great
Cutler,
position.
Though. He's on that A site completely. Tarek also finds a kill elsewhere. That's actually at the top of mid. Maybe Nitro trying to push through, and suddenly it's just Adren all by himself. Tarek with that bomb, taking it over towards B. Cutler's dropped into CT spawn, so he's ready, set up for the lurk. He's ready to intercept Adren. He's ready to eliminate Team Liquid, and they themselves can't move on to play, I believe, Mouse Sports.
I am not sure.
I think so.
That would make sense. Oh.
Adren, though, he turns it into the 1v1. Uh-oh. Bomb is still planted. There is a kid here for Adren, so that's going to be nice for him. Cutler on the outside. He'll get Molotov, and he pushes right through it.
That's really smart. Well done, Cutler.
Very nice.
Good way to finish it as well. He burns.
That's kind of annoying. You can't move at the end.
But there we go. That's going to be Team Liquid out of the tournament. They've got to be disappointed with that, right?
Yeah,
they've been trying to prove themselves in Europe, and now they're getting taken down by arguably a weakened CLG team in the MLG CEVO finals.
Yeah, so the two teams out of the tournament and thus out of the money are now Luminosity and Team Liquid. Team Liquid, like you said, like they've got that European experience. They don't really have that excuse anymore, and that's a tough result. Luminosity at least had, you know, just being a team for like a week and a half at this point.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, they're still just trying to get into the swing of things. But right, let's have a look at the scoreboard. So we can see what went down there. Can you diagnose this for us?
Oh, well, Tarek had, even though they got obliterated on Mirage, he had 15 kills on that one. On Train, he dropped a 30 bomb. Tarek here, kind of moving about the map, too, on the CT side, and on point for the entries. Dropped 29 kills. JDM with 24.
I actually wanted to tip my hat to Nitro. He seemed like he was the one player on the Liquid
kills.
side. He actually was doing some really great work, like getting them into a lot of rounds. When they looked like they were almost out of it, he would pick up 2 frags out of nowhere. So he's going to feel a little bit gutted at that one. A great performance from him. Looking at the low performers on the game, so Flosick, we didn't see much from him most of that series. Same goes for Sanks. He looked a little bit disappointed of himself, Sanks, when they were finishing up there. Everyone was kind of tapping on the shoulder saying, "Oh, it's all right, don't worry about it."
Sorry, did you see that 1v3?
Yeah, that's true. But there we go. So that just about does it for that series. Pretty exciting stuff. I think that's the result no one expected, to be honest. I predicted 2-0 Liquid just because I wanted to. I like those guys. I think I want them to do well and bounce back from the current bad form they're in, but there it is.
I said 2-1, but I shot myself in the foot because I got way too specific. So technically I'm still wrong because Team Liquid didn't win Train. They won Mirage instead, but it was 2-1 for CLG, of course. And I think this was our first cast on Bravo stream, and I do believe that this is the last Bravo stream. At this point, it is now just going to be main stage games.
Well, at least we got to visit here.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Pretty solid room. But that's going to be everything.
It's a pretty
I'd rate this room 8 of
nice.
8.
Yeah.
Right? It's pretty nice. Rather hot with all the lights. But that's going to be everything, guys. We're going to send it to the commercial break. Thanks for watching. It was an interesting match, I'll say that. Myself, Helium, and Henry G here. Until next time.